Hi everyone, thanks for joining in. We are expecting few more people to join in, but in the meantime, what I've done is I put a link in the chat using which participants who are new to this platform can register their account on this platform, and using few dummy data and dummy projects, they can explore this platform. And as mentioned in our LinkedIn post, all the participants also get a 1 month of free access. So I posted a support article link on how you can claim your free access. What would be helpful is if you want to access the platform as an organization, it is advisable that you create only one account per organization and add the other team members in that organization so that you are able to work collaboratively. If in case you face any issues, you can always reach out to us. The recording of this webinar will make it available on our YouTube page. And so you don't need to record that. So while we are waiting for more people to join in, we can get started with the platform and some of the functionalities, and we'll do a quick recap for those who come in late. So this is how the home dashboard looks like. And the first thing you note here is that you could be part of multiple organizations. And this proves in really handy whether you are working in pharma, consulting, or academics, because we do collaborate outside our own organization with, let's say, if you are working in consulting firm, and so you may have your own organization, but if you are working with a pharma company, they might also have their separate organization with us, and you could be, they may want you to work from their environment. So the ability to be part of multiple organizations proves in handy there. We have a option of live chat support. So if you face any issues or if you have any kind of queries, you can always reach out to us from here. And then on the right top, we have some general settings and also the support and feedback link. So I'll just open that. So yeah, I was saying we have a support and feedback link here, so which will take you to this page. You can also raise your queries or if you are facing any issues from here. And then we have a support section where we have provided guidance on each of the steps and how to perform them on the EasySLR platform. We also have a YouTube channel where we regularly post videos on different aspects. And this is also where we would be posting the webinar from today. So you will have access to the webinar as well. And there are a bunch of videos here from our on different topics. In case you have any queries, please feel free to put them in the chat box and we'll try to address them at different logical breakpoints. And if it is something which we feel would be covered later in the presentation, so we may park that query, but please feel free to write them out as we go along. Right, I'll go to one of the organizations and just also probably a note here that in case you tend to prefer working in dark mode, so that option is available here as well. And I'll go to one of the organizations and see my list of projects. So this is my list of projects and this is the team. Now this is my organization level team. There will be a separate project level team as well. So I'll show that. Then there is the usage of AI. It can be tracked from here. And there are some billing information and general settings. Go to one of the projects. And so this is the project home. And the team here is the project team. So this is a subset of my organization level team. So not everyone in the organization will have access to all the projects. So there is layered access. So you can control which team members have access to which projects. Also, there are different roles which you can assign to different individuals, both at the organization level and at the project level. Again, this support article will help you in understanding which role is able to perform what actions. So for example, owner, they are able to perform pretty much everything, but lead reviewer, they are able to perform this, but not able to perform this, whereas an admin can do this, but not some of the other actions which the lead reviewer can do. These are the roles and rights at project level. We also similarly have a roles and rights at organization level. And then under the review stages, we have the 4 review stages, which is the duplicates, title abstract screening, full text screening, data extraction. In terms of where our platform fits in the whole SLR process, so in overall SLR process, it would be right from development of research protocol. So you have a research question, you develop the protocol based on that. Then we execute our searches on platforms like Ovid, Embase, PubMed, and to other kind of gray literature searching as well. Then we import those citations in either one of the web-based platforms, or we do it in Excel or EndNote or any other platforms. Our platform starts right from the step of deduplication. So the development of protocol and the execution of searches still happen outside the platform, but right from deduplication till title abstract screening, full text screening, data extraction, they can be done on the platform. And then the report writing happens outside the platform. So once you have done your searches on databases like PubMed or Embase or Ovid, you can import those citations in EasySLR from the upload section. So we are supporting 3 file formats here: .ris, .nbib, which comes from PubMed, and we also have a very simple Excel template, which is also available for you once you have created your account. I'll come to the full text upload slightly later on when we have reached the full text stage. But just also a point to highlight here is that there is also an option to move your past projects or ongoing projects to the EasySLR platform, where we can also upload citations with decisions which we may have taken for let's say we are midway through a project, so and we want to shift to EasySLR to complete the remainder of the project. So it is possible to do that. Or let's say you start using EasySLR and now you want to migrate all your past projects into the platform so that you have all the projects in one centralized platform. So you can also use this option. Once you have uploaded the citations, you can form your project level team. And then we can go to the settings. So general name of the project, a brief description, and then comes a protocol. So by protocol, it's a very simple protocol. We can just provide a one-liner objective, a PCOST criteria table, and a list of inclusion exclusion reasons, along with a short description of what should go under each of those reasons. The protocol can be different for title abstract and full text stage. So let's say you want to include the systematic reviews for bibliographic searching at title abstract stage. You want to exclude them later on at full text stage. So it is possible to do that. Similar lines, you can also have different set of reasons for title abstract and full text stage. A lot of our clients, what they prefer is at title abstract screening stage, they just want a single include exclude reason, whereas in the full text screening stage, they want a detailed breakdown of the reasons. So it is possible to have that functionality and have those separate set of reasons for title abstract and full text on the platform. Next is highlights. So the words we may want to highlight in green or red can be added in the positive highlights and negative highlights. Also, one point I missed sharing earlier is when you are starting with a blank template, a blank project, we also provide what we call sample highlights. So using that and also provide a sample reasons. So using that, the project can be easily pre-populated for you, and you can add or delete the reasons which you need or don't need. And also similarly, you can add the highlights. You can also add these words as you are going through your screening process. So If you, as you have done like 10-20 screening, you realize, okay, these are the additional keywords we want to add. So you can also do that midway through the project as well. Next is tags. So if you would like to categorize studies as we go along, so we can do that. So for example, let's say if it's an economic evaluation and you want to categorize based on the economic model type, you can do that. Or you want to tag by geographies, or you want to tag by the trial design. It is possible. There is no restrictions in terms of the number of tags, in terms of the number of highlights. So you can have as many as you need. Next is workflow. And if you are doing a targeted literature review, you can have the number of reviews required per article to be 1. If you are doing a systematic review, you need to have the number of reviews required to per article to be 2. One other point, if you are planning to use AI as your reviewer, then again you need to select this as number of reviews required to 2. So by design, we have always kept a human in the loop. So if you use AI as an assistant, a human reviewer will be overseeing the decisions by AI or suggestions by AI and take the final call. If you are using AI as one of the reviewer, there will be another human reviewer who will review in parallel to the AI, and a second human will resolve the conflict between the AI reviewer and the human reviewer. If you want the reviewers to be able to edit their decisions, we can turn this on, else we can keep it off. Then coming to the AI Copilot, so we have 3 sections here. So first is AI suggestions, which is AI's recommendation whether to include or exclude an article. AI notes, which is the AI's rationale why it thinks that article should be included or excluded. And finally, the picos. And the next section is we can also turn on or off independently. First, all of these elements can be individually turned on or off. Next, we can also turn on or off individually the different stages AI. So let's say you are a title abstract, you think that your full text protocol, you may know there might be some changes at the full text stage. So you can keep it turned off at the start. And once you have reached the full text stage and you have got full clarity on your full text protocol, you can turn it on. And similarly, at the start of the project, you don't have clarity on your data extraction template. So you can keep this turned off. And once you reach the data extraction stage and you have finalized the data extraction template in discussion with your clients or stakeholders, you can then turn it on and then rerun the AI for those specific steps. The final thing under settings is the data extraction. So it's a very simple template. Just need to provide the name of the field and a short description for that. You can also do this in Excel. So I'll just show you how this looks like. So you see here, it's a very simple Excel template. So you just need to provide the name of the column and provide a short description of what it is that you are looking for. This short description will act like a prompt for the AI to look for that specific information from the papers. I'll take a pause here and see if anyone has any questions so far. I don't think there are any questions in the chat box, right? Okay, so let's continue moving on. Okay, and so that covers the settings part. And moving on to the review duplicates. I think we don't have duplicates in this project, but in this one, so I'll show it from here. So the system will first automatically identify the duplicates for you. So it is currently identifying based on the title alone, but we are planning to add more functionality in terms of identifying the duplicates based on the title, DOI, and other fields. So it's presented in this format, and now it's up to the reviewer to check if this is actually true duplicate or if it's a matter of one is a conference abstract, another one is a full manuscript. So the reviewer can check and accordingly mark this as confirmed duplicate or not a duplicate. So once we have done the confirm, and we can also mark all as duplicate, but it's less advisable because there's a chance that there was some study which was actually not a duplicate. Next is title abstracts screenings. I'll just show how that looks like. So this is how a screening window would look like. So starting from the left top, we have the publication details, DOI link, title, authors, and the abstract. Wherever possible, this abstract is laid out in a paragraph format, so it becomes easier on the eyes to read through rather than having all of those as single block. Particularly, it's very painful when we are screening in Excel because we need to expand the formula bar and read through each of those. And when we are doing hundreds of screening every day, it becomes quite painful on the eyes beyond a point. Whereas having this in the paragraph format becomes much easier. So you exactly know where the conclusion is, where the methods end. So you are able to again take decisions much faster. These are this is just one example of what we call the non-AI features to help speed up the review process. There are a number of AI features as well. And starting with the AI features, on the right top, we have the AI suggestions, which is to exclude this article. Then the next is AI notes. Why does the AI think that this article should be excluded? And then we have the AI picos here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have by design always kept a human in the loop. So when we use AI as an assistant, AI is making a suggestion here to exclude this article. But as a human reviewer, if I feel that this article should be included, I can still go ahead and override the AI decision. So the final call or the final decision is with the human reviewer. In case we need to, often when we are working on multiple projects, it's difficult to remember which study designs were to be included, which were to be excluded. So we often keep the protocol open in a separate file. Here, we don't need to do that. You can quickly access the protocol using this eye icon, quickly resolve your query, just click outside and take the decisions. At title abstract screening stage, there are also a number of keyboard shortcuts, which proves in handy. Like I said earlier, a lot of our clients at title abstract stage just keep two things, include, exclude. So pressing E on the keyboard takes you to the exclude reasons. Pressing I will take you to the include reason. So a lot of people type to do is press E, enter, I enter, and just use keyboard for decision making. There are other, you can press N for notes. You can skip an article as well from S. So there are all these keyboard shortcuts again available for speedier decision making. The notes box is completely editable, so you can provide any handwritten notes you want. So you can save those. Tags in case you want to categorize studies. Set. In case we are not clear on an article, we can also skip an article for later using the button below. And I think, and finally, we can click on the submit decision to take the decisions. There are many times where the abstract does not come from the database. So for those kind of scenarios, we have got a little copy button for the title, so it becomes easier for you to search this on Google. And also we have made the DOI link clickable, so you can also click on the DOI and it will take you to the journals page and you can look for the abstract there. In case you have any queries around title abstract screening, please do post them on the chat window. There are a few more features I'll just share on the title abstract screening. So there is also an option to filter the articles. So for example, there are 59 articles, and if let's say, filter them out based on meta-analysis, and let's say this is a study design of my interest, or it's a study design of not my interest. So I can click search. I know there are 9 articles. Now, 9 articles out of 59 have the word meta-analysis in the title. So I can now click on review filter and review this 9 articles first. And so I know that there is going to be meta-analysis, but I can quickly focus on the other things and quickly include or exclude this. So this is again an example of the non-AI features which can help us to for speedier decision making. Another thing which is possible is also, so for example, I do this search again, and I now know that meta-analysis is something which is not my area of interest. It's not the study design inclusion. It's basically falls under the exclusion criteria. So I can also take a bulk action. So I click on this button, click on review articles, and I'll, let's say, click here, and all these 9 studies will be excluded in one go. So these are again ways you can speed up your entire review process. This is a single review article, but in case of conflicts, I'll just show in a double review process project. So we can, sorry, just give me a second. So in the same under review stages under conflict, you can go and resolve conflicts, and the entire window remains same, but this time I am acting as the third reviewer and I can resolve the conflict between the two reviewers who have included or excluded. And as the third reviewer, I can take the final decisions. The name of the reviewers again is blinded, so I don't know which reviewers have worked on this. So the blinding is maintained through the review process. Also, particularly when we are working under tight timelines or there is a large team which is working under project on a project, we sometimes want to segregate the studies. For example, RFID 1 to 500 will be done by team member A, 500 1 to 1000 will be done by team member B, and so on and so forth. We can also apply filters like 1 to 500 and whatever is the range, and then we can allocate different RFIDs to different team members, and all the team members can work simultaneously on this platform. So there is no restriction as such that only one member or two members can work on a project. Having said that, for a double review project, anytime an article has two reviews, it will move. If it both the reviewers have included, it will move to the next stage. If both the reviewers have excluded, it will be excluded. If one reviewer has included, one has excluded, it will move to the conflict stage. But anytime two decisions have been taken, that article is now out of consideration for the remaining reviewers. Similarly, in a single review project, anytime a single decision has been taken, even though 5 reviewers are working in parallel, anytime a decision has been taken on any citation, then that particular citation is then removed from the consideration. All right, I think those were most of the points I wanted to cover under the title abstract screening. Any articles we skip are available in the skipped section, so we can revisit them later, or one of our peer reviewers can also visit them. Any questions in the chat window? All right. So moving on, next is the full text screening. So system will automatically try to retrieve a lot of the PDFs for you. So it will use the DOIs and try to retrieve the PDFs. All the PDFs it is able to retrieve, they are available in the articles to review section. The PDFs it is not able to retrieve, they will be available in the no PDF section. So generally the PDFs which are behind a paywall, they would be in the no PDF section. Also the PDFs where the journal has a kind of bot detector or they don't allow you to retrieve the articles, they would be also available in the no PDF section. In the articles to review, we'll just click on start reviewing. So the structure remains similar as in the title abstract screening. So we have the publication details, title, little copy button here as well, authors. Now, instead of the abstract, we have the full text. And thing to note here is that the highlights, they do work within the full text as well. So whatever keywords we have defined earlier in our settings, the highlights will continue to work within the PDF as well. Now, on the right-hand side, again, we have the AI suggestions, AI notes, and AI picos. But this time, there is an extra feature that all of this have this little numbers next to it as well. Clicking on these numbers, what it does is it takes you to the part of the PDF from where AI had picked that information. So the common problem which is there in terms of you would have read online that AI sometimes hallucinates, it makes up its own data. So those things don't happen with this platform. Anything AI is extracting, AI is suggesting, it is providing you a rationale for that. Anything it is extracting, it is telling you from where in the PDF, which part of the PDF it got that information from. So for example, the outcomes overall survival, it picked from here, and the next outcome, average per capita cumulative healthcare cost, it picked from this paragraph. So lot of the times, just by going through the AI suggestions, notes, and picos and using these tags or using these numbers and clicking on this, we get a very good insight about what this paper is going to be about. And we are able to take our decisions much faster. So this is one step where we have observed the maximum improvement in productivity because just able to take this. We still advise the reviewers to scan through the papers so that their overall understanding of the disease, the decision problem improves, but the decision making happens quite fast. The other functionality continues to remain the same. So you can still access the protocol from here as you can take the decisions and skip an article for later on as well. I'll take a pause. It looks like there is some question. Just give me a second. Does this platform have a feature where AI suggests article based on yes, so what will happen is the articles which the AI thinks should be included, they will come first under your screening for your to screen. The articles which AI thinks would be excluded, they will come later in the screening process. But one good thing about this platform is all the AI decisions, particularly at title abstract screening stage, they the AI decisions for the citations are taken even before the human reviewers have taken their first decision. So they are completely based on the protocol and they are also available to the project owners so they can download decisions in Excel and analyze them if you like. That answers the question, but if you have any follow-up questions, please do put in the chat window. For the articles where we do not have the PDF, you can just go to the back to uploads and full text. If you have a organization level subscription to the journals, academics, or one of the pharmas, and let's say that subscription is integrated with EndNote or Zotero, so you can download the RIS file of this no PDF articles, take those articles to EndNote or Zotero, retrieve the PDFs using those, and then using the bulk PDF upload, you can upload all of the citations onto this platform in one go. So you don't need to individually upload each of the PDFs. Having said that, if you do not have a subscription or if you want to, you can also, let's say if there are very less number of articles, you can also upload the PDFs one by one. The other things continue to remain the same. The conflicts and skipped articles, they continue to function the same way as they were in the data extraction stage. Okay. All right. So finally, under the review stages, we have data extraction. So you can see here there are three stages: article to extract, extraction done, QC done. So initially, all the articles which have reached the data extraction stage, they are available in the articles to extract. Once a decision, the extraction has been done, you can mark them, they can move to extraction done. And once the quality check has also been performed on them, they can move to QC done. I'll just show how it looks like. So something similar to the full text screening window, but instead of the AI decisions and reasons and everything, now we have the data extraction here on the right. And similar to full text, we have the information extracted, but also linked to the source. On this occasion, there are a couple of additional features which are there. So first is that these boxes are editable in case instead of, let's say, study, you want to write studies, or you want to do anything else, you can write. So these boxes are editable. Secondly, the sources are also editable. So let's say if you think an additional line should be added, so you can select, let's say I'll just select a random line here, and I can add that as a source and click done. If we need to remove a source, we can also do that. We can remove a source and click done. So there's time savings on multiple levels if you like. So first of all, AI does the extraction. So the person who is doing the extraction has all the information extracted, and they can quickly verify if AI was able to extract well or not. And the places where AI didn't do well, they can edit the boxes and also link it back to the source. Now, the person who is doing the QC, their life becomes really easy because all they need to do is click on these little icons, and they know they can quickly verify, okay, this looks right. They don't need to rescan the PDF, relook for all the information where each of those data points came from. Their role becomes very just to quickly verify things, and overall the process becomes again much faster. So once people are happy with the extraction, they can mark this as extraction done, and it will move to the extraction done stage. So let me just move it. And then this is available here. I'll click on start reviewing. And now I can see also who has done the extraction. So I can see my team member who has done this extraction. If I'm happy with the extraction quality, I can say QC done and click update. So it will be moved to the completed stage. If I am unhappy with the extraction and I feel that this needs more work, I can send it back to pending, and this article will move back to the first stage where in the articles to extract. There is no restrictions in terms of the number of fields uh, on a single sheet or the number of sheets as well. So we can have as many fields as we need, as many sheets as we need. So there is no restriction on either of those. Finally, all of this information, it can be downloaded in Excel. So I'll just download that. Sure. So this information will be available in this format. So the first sheet is the default sheet where we have the publication details, and also the details for extraction done by, QC done by, and then the PCOs. And then we have the information which has been extracted in this format. This was just a dummy parameter we added to highlight that you can have multiple sheets, and there is again no restriction in terms of the number of parameters, so you can even have more parameters on this sheet as well. So this proves in handy where, let's say, you want to extract the study characteristics on one sheet, the patient characteristics on another one, outcomes on a third one, so on and so forth. So you can do that as well. Just quickly take a pause here and see if there's any questions. All right, so moving on, go to articles, and all the screening decisions which we took, they are also available for download in Excel. So I'll just download this. So this is the very detailed template for the screening stage. So we have the ref ID, publication details, the AI decisions. Like I said, even before the human reviewers have taken their first decision, all the decisions by AI are available. So these are the AI decisions in column R, S, and T. So decisions, reasons, and also the notes why AI thinks an article should be included or excluded. Then there are columns, and then here we can see that the title, abstract, stage decisions. So we have the reviewer one decision. their notes, reasons, and also the time at which they took the decision. So everything is completely transparent and trackable, that which reviewer worked on which project and which decision was taken when. This also proves in handy when, particularly, let's say you are outsourcing your work. If you're a pharma company and you want the consulting firms to work on your project, so you have complete visibility in the workings and when each of the decision was taken and by whom. Similarly, this was a single review project, but had it been a two reviewer project, the decision of the second reviewer would have been populated here, and the decision of the final reviewer would have come here. And then the same set of columns comes again for the full text screening stage. In case the reviewers were updating their decisions, that count would also be available here. And then the PCOs for title abstract stage and the full text stage, they are also available in this format. So particularly as we hear around the JCA, the number of PCOs, so all of those information is available to you in Excel, and you can quickly analyze the different PCOs as well in this platform. Right. And okay, I think that there are a few more functionalities which proves in really handy. So one is, let's say you are writing a report. So if I select under stage data extraction, and I know that these four articles have reached the data extraction stage, then these are the four articles which are likely to be summarized in my Word report. So I can download the filter to RIS, and now I have a very good starting point for my EndNote library. Let's say under the stages, I select full text, and under the PDF, I select no PDF. Now I can download this filtered file to Excel, and now I can just directly share this Excel file with the librarian or the people responsible for procuring the PDFs. And again, these are again what we call the non-AI functionalities, if you like, but they help you to overall streamline your review process, making the reviews much more efficient, and we spend more time on the actual reviews than on the project management aspect of it, which is sometimes underappreciated how much time it takes. Just, I think, other than that, just give me a second. All right, I think there are a few other things which again helps with the project management. First of all, the Prisma, it gets updated real time, so you can, and it's downloadable as well. If you need to add information from the gray literature, we can also do that from here and edit this box in the gray literature. If we don't need it, we can take it out. If we need the breakdown for reasons in title abstract stage, we can select here. If we don't need this, we can again take it out. So the Prisma is customizable, and you can then download this and insert it into the Word report. Also, there's statistics section. So this provides a really good overview in terms of where the project stands, how many citations are at each stage, how many have moved to data extraction, how many are still awaiting their first review. So you get a really good insight on where the project stands from the statistics section. Just also, there are also a lot of quality metrics available for the double review projects. So this is again populated with dummy data, but it will provide you a very good idea of the kind of metrics which are available. So articles which are awaiting a final decision. So let's say it's a two reviewer project and you have taken a decision, but the second decision has not been taken on that citation, so it remains in the pending stage. Or let's say you have taken a decision and another person didn't agree and it moved to the conflict stage, so again it remains in the pending final decision. Citations which you correctly included, correctly excluded, incorrectly excluded, the number of conflicts you might have resolved between the other reviewers, what was the decision match rate where the include exclude decisions were matching between you and the other reviewers? What was the recall? Recall we define as sensitivity, basically. So of all the articles which should have been included or were included by the final reviewer, how many of them were correctly identified by you? And then the conflict percentage, which also provides an idea. If the conflict percentage is high, which is there in this dummy project with dummy data, it highlights that the reviewer's understanding is probably slightly different around the protocol. So it's probably a good idea for the reviewers to first align and then continue the project. You can also track the progress by stage, progress by reviewer, and so on. So there is, again, a lot of metrics which are available for you. Then we have the AI usage. It gets tracked from here. And if we are making any changes, it can be tracked from the history, project history as well. I think I have covered most of the points we wanted to cover today. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to take them. Okay. Does the AI tool help with tagging studies? Currently, no. So the tagging functionality is not yet activated. So it has to be done manually, but we are thinking of adding that in the future. One thing where AI can help is for the tags. Let's say you want to say type of study, let's say Markov decision tree or simulation models. You can add them as your highlighted keywords, and the AI, it will highlight those keywords for you, but the tags have to be applied manually at this stage. See, right. There's probably, I think we didn't touch on this aspect, but in case you need to edit your decisions, they can be done from my article reviews. So the articles is a overall set, so it contains all the decisions from all the reviews. My article reviews are basically the decisions which I have taken in this project. So in case I need to edit any decisions, we can edit from here and click update decision. Yeah, probably I missed touching this as well. So it is also possible to link studies here. So if I click on the title, go to articles and click on a title. And now I can, for this article, I've already linked one. So let's unlink one for now and link an article. So let's say if these are the two articles I need to link, I can say select here and let's say select here. And these have now been linked to the citations. If we need to apply any kind of filter, so let's say there is a certain NCT ID and we want to link everything together, so we can also click on that filter and then select everything here and do a bulk link as well using the actions here. Once we have linked this, it's available from here as well. But also when you download the master Excel file, you will be able to see the linking numbers there too. Then I think probably just one other thing to highlight here is that the system considers the include exclude conflict as conflict. If there is a conflict on the exclude reasons, we also have an option of hierarchy orders. So where you can set a hierarchy order. So generally what we do in our team is we try to take the decisions from the senior reviewer. So we can set a hierarchy here, and as per the hierarchy, it will take the decision, carry over the decision from the senior reviewer into the final reviewer column. I think those are most of the functionalities we wanted to cover today. If there are any questions, we'll wait for a few more minutes. And also in the chat window, I have posted a message at the start. So I hope that message is still accessible to everyone. So probably I can show that as well now, that you can go to easyslr.com and go to sign up and provide your email ID. You should receive a code using which you should be able to create your account. And then there are few dummy projects One has AI as a reviewer, one is AI as an assistant, and one is a double reviewer project. So you can try out the platform using the dummy data we have. And once you are comfortable with the platform and you would like to explore this more for your organization, we are always an email away. Also, if you are attending the EPA Congress next week, or if any of your team members are attending the EPA Congress, we'll be very happy to meet them at the Congress. Okay, then I just like to thank everyone for taking out time from their schedules and attending this session. We'll be sharing the recordings with you either tomorrow or latest by Monday. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time.